Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Spring Cup team from Kevin, who says, "I hope to break out uh, uh, of the monotony of the Spring Cup by showcasing battles from Super Spicy Star Shadow Palkia. I wasn't sure how it'd fare in a 3-type cup with Grass and Fairy, but have been consistently winning around 7 and 10 battles. With this team out of the main meta, I only have to really fear Wheezing and Astonish Mawile, since Firefang is double resisted and Klefki is rare in my parts of the world. With the exception of Cacturne, I also swap out against most heavy-hitting neutral fast move Pokemon like Gastrodon and Tentacruel. Lapras and Jellicent cover all those well and can usually clean up without needing shield support. Here's a selection of battles, including wins and losses. So thanks for the submission. Okay. Yeah, Shadow Palkia is just going to be like a ton of fast move raw damage with Dragon Breath. I doubt you even need Draco Meteor. You're probably just throwing Aqua Tail the majority of the time because I don't even think you're going to get to it much, honestly. But yeah, having 2 bulkier Pokemon at the back is probably a smart idea because you're going to need to bank. Use some shields here. So here we have a Lapras. So gonna let this go. Sparkling Aria is resisted. Ice Beam would be neutral. Just will say trying to get to the Draco, but not gonna happen. Just too slow. So here comes Aqua Tail. Not enough to take out. So gonna try and bank a little bit there. In with your own Lapras, and you have Ice Beam, which would be super effective. But often you go for the neutral Sparkling Aria. Do grab a shield. Assuming Rock Tomb is at least super effective in this range. So yes, Rock Tomb would be the correct move here. Super effective and lowering the attack. Can we get to an Ice Beam before they get to move? We can. This will be super effective, but a non-Shadow Lapras, non-Shadow Credilli, lowered attack. It's not going to take out. So they will live, but that's okay. That's a good chip. I was about to say, they're going to have to throw. They're not going to get it. Which is fine. Now, my only concern is they'll get to another move here, and they kind of snipe with Lapras, so that's actually pretty heads up there. Every charge move is resisted, so definitely let this go. Obviously, you don't want Credilli to throw a move because it's probably going to be the Rock Tomb to lower your attack, and then you won't be able to reset that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's 100% going to be a Rock Tomb. You can shield, assuming just in case, but it's going to be a Rock Tomb. And Rock Tomb is the correct move to go there because when your opponent cannot reset a move, you 100% just... due to the inability to reset, you just throw that, and the Astonish down. Yeah, that's tough. Shadow Amoonguss does not help there. Cacturne. Okay, so this is what you said, a bad lead, but no, like this is a fast move damage Pokemon, but you can also just kind of fast move damage the crap out of it. Holy smokes, 2 super glassy Great League Pokemon just absolutely ripping each other apart here. Not going to get to a Draco again. I don't know if there's any other moves besides Draco. Like, I don't think you're ever going to get to that in this meta. So coming in here, because Claw would be neutral as opposed to super effective on Jellicent, but charge moves are neutral here as opposed to resisted on Jellicent. So, you could have maybe tried to catch a move here is my only suggestion. It's like, yeah, come and take the first claws on Lapras because those are neutral, but then maybe try and catch one of the charge moves on Jellicent, which are resisted. It's a Tentacle in the back. Both moves are neutral. I don't even know why you're going for the Ice Beam. I don't even know if Ice Beam is better damage per energy. Grab a shield anyways. And again, you should be okay here because every move is resisted, but you never really want to leave one Pokemon alive when your opponent can lower your attack or defense times 2. But instead of going for, if they have an Acid Spray, they are just going straight Scald, assuming that they can maybe take you out with Poison Jabs and Scalds here. Going to shield this one up because the Scald will put you low. You'll still probably live and be able to farm down before they take you out. Yeah, it's not that. It's a pretty strong matchup for Jellicent. Palkia, Credilli. So, of course, they're going to outpace you. Actually, you'll get to the move right when they're getting... Yeah, I was about to say, you actually get to the Aqua Tail right when they're getting to their charge move. And Aqua Tail is neutral. So they do shield. Now, I don't think you can take a move. And then I think they're going to outpace you to the next move. is my only concern. So they go Grass Knot, which is nice. But yeah, they're going to outpace you here. So what are you going to do here? Opting for the second shield. Now, going straight Grass Knot, so not even lowering your attack, but you're not going to get to a move. And Lantern comes in. Baiting here. Do you successfully bait and gonna get to that Draco? Gonna get to the Draco. So this is obviously one shot. It's about the only way you're gonna get to it. So goodbye. Jellicent's gonna come in. Yeah, force them to actually throw a Grass Knot. Although they've thrown 2 Grass Knots already, so they're probably gonna do it correctly here. Yeah. Can we get the farm down? Looks like we probably could have. But they bank what's left on that and come in Jellicent. Sorry, not Jellicent. Wheezing, you're going to have to throw ASAP or catch. Try to make the catch. Psywave super effective. They're going to have to... I don't even... 1 overheat won't take out. And 2 sledges won't take out. So they're going to have to combo that. They're going to basically have to combo a sludge overheat here if they can even do that. And that still doesn't take out. Jeez, Lapras is very tanky. Okay, Gastrodon. So this is one of the fast move damage Pokemon that you said you're going to leave. And to your credit, you actually are. It's good to have a game plan and actually follow the game plan. Going for Ice. Why do you go for Ice Beam so much? Sparkling Aria is way better damage per energy. And it's neutral. Both are neutral. I'm going to bring up the stats because I think I'm 100%. I'm not 100%. I'm like 95% sure you're throwing the wrong move every time here. Okay, so I mean, like, Ice Beam is better damage. It's 108 damage versus 96 on Sparkling Aria. But in terms of damage per energy, which is what I think I said, Sparkling Aria is better. 2.13 damage per energy versus 1.96 on Ice Beam. So, I mean, like, if you're just only going to get 1 move off, Ice Beam for sure. But I think most people will just go Sparkling Aria because you can probably potentially get 2 off of that and put you in a better position overall. But Gastrodon has a move on Palkia here, so probably takes out even with a terrible Body Slam. Yeah, just very glassy. They just dumped energy. Can you... I don't even know if you can take... Maybe catch here? They catch here, and they catch a Surf. That is unfortunate. Now, you can take a move, and you should be coming out with 100 energy here. You should be, like, having 2 Shadow Balls if you can bank that. I forget how much energy you can bank. I'm going to reset. I don't know if I like that because then you're just going to give them more farm again. But I may be doing that. And now throwing Surf. What are we doing here? I know you think you can Astonish down or Hex down. This is going to be a lot closer than you think it's going to be. And you let them get to a move. Yeah, I don't like how this was played out. I think you could easily stay in. Get to 2 Shadow Balls, tank any moves from Tentacruel, throw 1 Shadow Ball, and then have the second one coming out there. Okay, Wheezing on the lead, terrible lead. They get into their own Lapras. This time just going for Sparkling Aria because you don't have a Skull Bash. They do shield though, so that's nice. But this is just an obvious show that you do not have Skull Bash. Throwing the second move before... you would even potentially even get to a Skull Bash. And calling their Skull Bash out, and they do not throw it. They only have a Sparkling Aria. So do we have just 2 resisted Pokemon here? Yep. Just throwing some Sparkling Arias at each other. Here comes another one. Yeah, would have liked to just dump that energy just to do some chip damage there, but they will take you out. And they get into Jellicent. So just going to go for the Aqua Tail, which is resisted, but we'll chip because you're Palkia in the Great League. You're Shadow Palkia in the Great League. So this will... you're going to shield up potential Shadow Ball. It is just a Surf. This should also just be a Surf, which would be double resisted, or am I not counting? Yeah, Surf would have been double resisted on Dragon and Water, so I don't like using that shield there. I just think again, I wasn't counting, but it just seemed like it came too fast after the first surf. It seems almost impossible to do back to back, like with how much they farm there. So get that off. Gonna have to hope they do not have Brutal Swing. If they have Sludge Overheat, you're in a pretty good spot here. If they have Brutal Swing, it's a top left. It is a Sludge, so it puts you in a pretty good spot. I don't think there's a point of baiting here. I think your only lose con is if you bait and they let this go. But they don't. And you're surfing again. Why? They have no shields. Why aren't we just going straight to Shadow Ball? That would take them out. Because now you leave them with a bit of health. Again, I don't think it matters too much, but I don't think this is the right practice moveset, right? I think that you just take that. Both moves are resisted. You can easily get to 2 Shadow Balls. Shadow Ball will take out. There's no point of throwing a Surf to then have to try and farm down or snipe there. Mawile, and it is a Fire Fang, so we are just staying in this matchup because of Fire being double resisted. Eventually making a catch on a Lapras. You chipped it enough with Dragon, and they just went Surf, which is also, okay, double resisted, but okay, on Palkia, even without the catch here. But getting to a move here, they do finally throw a Shadow Ball. You do not have a charge move, but Sparkling Air should chip to Psywave range. It'll be close. No, not even close. You're going to have to throw another move here. Psywave, or Sparkling Air, sorry. So this should take out. It does. Mawile should probably come back in and just Fire Fang down because it is neutral. I mean, both are resisted. Coming in, having the Aqua Tail, likely to grab a shield. And now what do you do here? It's probably just Power Punch. Oh, it is not. It is Play Rough. Jeez, they farmed up that much. Credilli's in the back, so just going to try and chip with some Aqua Tails here, which are neutral. And they shield. And you're going to try and catch here? Yeah, trying to catch here, assuming that Palkia is your win con. So we're just going to let this go. Catch a Rock Tomb. Let's see if they throw before to try and take you out with Grass Knot instead of trying to take a move here. Ooh, burning a shield. I don't know if I like that. Like you just, I see this a lot, and I'm not sure why people do this. So they catch on a Mawile, but you're 2 times lowered. So it does not take out. So I got to snipe here and hope that they don't get to 2 moves, because 2 moves is the only way that you're going to lose here. But the Dragon Breaths are really adding up. But here comes a move. This will take you out. And if they have a second move, you're going to lose. If they don't, you're going to win. And you barely win. I don't know why. This comes like to identifying your win con and stuff. Like, I think you I kind of correctly identify, like, if I can catch on Jelson here, Palkia with the health and the energy can like sweep, especially with the double resisted Fire Fang on Mawile. And then you get in that, they lower your attack, so just like okay, and then you burn the shield on the second time around, which doesn't make it just doesn't make sense to me. It just seems like you made the correct transfer to Jelson. Just run with that one shield Palkia. It had enough health there. Tropius with Air Slash is really adding up already, and a Leaf Blade would be neutral, so we do not want to take this. And what are you doing? I was going to say, what are you doing? You're doing, and they catch on a Jelson, which is unfortunate. What you are doing is not going into your back Pokemon, which are also weak to grass. You're going to have to catch on something. Oh, you can't. Do you forget that they have a Tropius in the front and you have 2 water Pokemon in the back here? Going down 2 shields, and just throwing right away too is also probably not. I know you don't want to take a Shadow Ball, but the Leaf Blades are what you more need to worry about at this point. Honestly, unless they have something that's just extremely weak to Jelson, like a Wheezing in the back that only has Sludge and Overheat, I don't see how you overcome this scenario you put yourself in here. Catching and sniping is a good start. They may just cut. I mean, they'll live if they know it's an Aqua Tail, but okay, they do know it's an Aqua Tail. They do live, so maybe you have a chance here. We'll have to see what's in the back. Take you out there. Jelson comes in and is a Marsh top. Shadow one at that. So I'm guessing it has some sort of ground move here. It is the Mud Bomb, so that will chip you to 50%. So they will shield this one for sure. So this is one bait I don't mind because they're Shadow and you've already chipped them with Hex. So that seems like an easy bait there, in my opinion. But here comes the second one. Not enough to take you out. Do chip with Surf, and then how much energy does the Lapras have here? Instant swap, snipe. Tropius comes in and gives you the I was gonna say farm down, but they get to move. Do take you out. And now they take you out. Yeah, I think it was close, but yeah, I kind of figured like once you lost those two shields on the front end there, like it was tough to overcome. Fairthorn. Power Up would be neutral. It would hurt. Yeah, this team is very, very vulnerable to grass, and in a very grass-dominated meta. I don't love that. So, throwing a resisted Aqua Tail, and they do shield, and then catching on the Lapras to absorb some of that damage, which is what you want to do in these sort of matchups, is just have your tank in the back take it out, like take it for you. But your charge moves are all resisted, so might want to start throwing some Sparkling Arias here. Because you'll get to 2 Sparkling Arias, and that may be enough to take out between that and the Psy Waves. So one more. They get out into Fairthorn, and getting off the Ice Beam, this will be very helpful. But Psy Wave is resisted, and they may try to very aggressively Bullet Seed down, but we are not going to let them with the Snipe here. I like your aggressiveness on, I don't know when this is going up. This is probably going up after my, and now their own Kingdra, oof, deleting each other. This will probably go up after my 4-year anniversary video. But if you watch that 4-year anniversary video that I put out on Friday, I talk specifically about, oh, they do go outrage instead of Octazooka. Interesting. I do specifically talk about being aggressive on your swaps and not getting farmed down, and you are taking that lesson to heart. That was 4 years ago down, though. That said that, so. And Jelson comes in. Oh, you are lucky. You are lucky. They had to commit to the farm down there. Throwing energy there is not the right play. They needed to farm down and come out with a Shadow Ball for your Jelson because Kingdra doesn't have anything. That was a real misplay on your opponent's part there. Cacturn, again, this one a non-Shadow Cacturn. But still, the Dragon Breath and Sucker Punch is really adding up. Getting to the Aqua Tail, which should be enough to take this out because so much damage and so little defense here. Yeah. So do take it out. Wheezing, yeah, instant swap. Agreed. You have potentially 2 answers for this in the back. Psywave super effective here. Here comes a Sludge, which gives you a little, well, I was going to say gives you more hope for not having Brutal Swing, but that, I don't know if that's true necessarily. Getting the Ice Beam off. So Sparkling Aria is more than enough to take this out. They go for the non-stab Body Slam. Here comes the Sparkling Aria. Take it out. And just going to try and Psywave as much as possible. Not quite getting to move. I mean, you can just like show right now, see if they have Brutal Swing. Yeah, you have 2 shields. Let's figure it out. If they have one, start shielding. If they don't, they do have it. So that makes it a little trickier. Now you need to start shielding. I wonder if this is just a fast move damage it down at this point. Yeah, it is. And good recognition of not throwing moves. You may start throwing them. I forget how much energy here, but this is basically just fast move damage range. Good. Yeah, this is great recognition. For someone in the 2300 range, recognizing your opponent has 2 shields, and yes, I'm coming up on moves, but I'm not going to get to it, just committing to that farm down. That was really heads up. So Lapras, Sparkling Aria, double resisted. Ice Beam would be neutral, but that seemed too quick for Ice Beam. Yeah, so you got to recognize like when you have 12 to an Aqua Tail and they have 12 to a Sparkling Aria, it's double resisted, so there's no point of shielding. And they're coming in with a Wall Rain. I haven't seen Wall Rain much in this meta. I don't think I've seen Wall Rain at all in this meta, but here comes an Earthquake. So getting off the Shadow Ball here. Wall Rain back in the day had some bulk, so it may be able to, yeah, lives it with a couple HP here and get off another move. I don't know if they can get to another Earthquake, but yeah, one of Wall Rain's strength back in the day is that it was a non-XL Pokemon that definitely had the bulk to put in, like, take some damage there. But getting to the Shadow Ball on the Lapras, this would be nice. It does not land. Gonna instant swap to not get farmed down. Now Skull Bash is the game changer here. Let's see what they have it or not. They do. Oh, that's brutal. So neutral takes you down to 50%. Boost their defense. You have no charge move for it. Here comes another move. If it's Skull Bash, it's going to take you out. It's just a Sparkling Aria, so that's okay. Going for the farm down. Do get it. Have a move. Going to have to throw basically Ice blindly. Double Ice. Yeah, I guess I should not be surprised that they have a Dugong in the back when they had a Wall Rain. Like, it sets itself up for, like... What just happened? Oh, did they catch? Did they catch on a Wall Rain? Is that what happened? They had Dugong and they caught on the Wall Rain? If so, nice catch. This will obviously not take out. So commit to the farm down and they'll have a move coming out. But you have a shield, so they need 2 moves. I'm guessing they have it because there's no other point of throwing it besides to just lose here. Why would you throw that if you don't have 2 moves? Or did they lose CMP on the second one? Needed to commit to the farm down there, but not doing it. Okay. Thanks for showcase Shadow Palkia. I definitely have not used Shadow Palkia. I think I have one, but I don't think I've used it in the Great League, but interesting to see it in play. Let me just see if Palkia has any other quicker moves that actually have a chance to be used. Oh, it's just straight out nukes here, eh? Oh my goodness. Draco. Draco is actually the next quickest at 22. Draco at 22, Fire Blast at 27, and Hydro Pump at 25. So yeah, Draco is the correct second move, but geez, brutal, eh? I guess this Pokemon, or I guess this Pokemon's still pretty decent in Master League, and I guess Draco and Aqua Tail combo is probably what you want anyways. I don't know what other moveset you would want on this thing. Anyways, thanks for submitting. I see a couple more submissions. I'm just checking now, but if I get what I think I'm gonna get, then they're gonna be definitely showcased before your video. Okay, nope. I'm wondering if someone sent me a Tinkatonk. No, does not look like it. Let me just check one more, and no, because I'm filming this on Wednesday because I'm trying to get ahead on all these videos so I don't have to bring my stuff with me. So this will probably go up on Sunday or Monday. And it will be up on Monday if someone sends me a Tinkatonk today on Wednesday that I can film tonight. And showcase probably Thursday. As soon as I get a Tinkatonk submission, I want to showcase. I guess I could try to get my own, but that's probably not going to happen. Okay. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.